Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm doing a playthrough of Marvel Zombies X-Men Resistance. This is the core box that has the hero side of the experience, and then if you get the main Marvel Zombies box, you can play as zombie heroes. And disclaimer that I was sent a review copy of this one. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So if you haven't already seen Marvel Zombies, this is the Zombicide system, but with Marvel characters and several core rules changed. And the X-Men Resistance box comes with 6 hero characters, 6 zombie characters that you could swap and use in the other zombie mode, and a whole bunch of missions for both modes. So I'm playing the 4th main mission, where you've abandoned the X-Mansion, but you are returning to it and trying to collect some objectives, some technology, and then escape. And I'm just showing you the full zoomed out view of the 6 tiles, but we'll zoom in more when we're actually playing. So to give you a bit of an idea of what's going on with the scenario before we start, we've got spawn points, the red things on the very top back there by the pool. So we are going to be getting chased by the zombies because we're starting up there and they're going to be coming. We have to go into these rooms. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 objectives spread out throughout the mansion. We got to get all 5 of them and then get to the front door, get to the exit. And 2 of the objectives, the green and blue one, which are randomly seeded in with the other 3, they are going to activate these other spawn points. So for right now, we only have 2 spawn points a turn, but eventually we'll have 4, and that'll be quite a lot. And then they'll be coming right where we're trying to escape to. Just a lot of fun. There's also a whole bunch of bystanders, these cards that are laid out. Whenever we open a door or window into a room for a first time, we're going to spawn in all the little exclamation point spaces. And by the way, just to make it easier for me to see, there are these little door tokens you can put on each of the entryways, whereas windows are these little blue lines. It takes 1 action to open a door or break a window. The only difference is zombies can sometimes break windows if that's the only way they can get to you, whereas they will never open doors. Okay, so with the basics of a scenario laid out, let's meet the 4 heroes I've chosen out of the 6 that come in the game. So first, I've got Storm, who is a ranged character. So this up here is the power track. If you haven't seen the Marvel Heroes version of the Marvel Zombie system, this will be going up every turn. You can also take actions, move it up more quickly, and you can spend power to activate special abilities for your character and or to boost your attack rolls. You can spend on a 1-to-1 basis to roll more dice. And then health, all the heroes have 3 health max here. She's got a lightning bolt. She can attack at range 1, rolling 2 dice, hitting on a 3+. And she starts out with the gust ability. She can spend power to blow a whole bunch of enemies out of a space. Pretty dang awesome. Eventually, she'll get chain lightning and inspiration. And then we have Magneto, because everyone's working together when zombies are around. He's also got a range attack, more dice, but less chance to hit. He can crush zombies with power automatically. He can fly around and command everybody. And then the 2 melee characters I picked, because I think it's good to keep it balanced. I've got Colossus. He can ignore damage every turn. He has a melee attack, and he can throw people with the fastball special and eventually ground slam. And finally, Rogue, same attack stats as Colossus, but she makes it easier to defeat tougher zombies with her first power. And then she can use other people's power with absorb abilities later, and eventually she just gets an extra action. And by the way, this uses a lot of the kind of core system of Zombicide, but if you haven't seen that before, you're taking 3 actions a turn, eventually 4 when they reach yellow level. As you defeat zombies and fulfill objectives, this little experience tracker moves up, and when you reach a new color, you unlock a new power, but also the highest color that any character has reached is used to determine how many zombies spawn every round. So generally speaking, it's good to keep your characters somewhat balanced and like have all of them get to yellow at around the same time, have all of them get to orange around the same time. Okay, so let's jump into how a turn actually works. And first, at the start of each round, we're going to increase everyone's power track by 1, so they get 1 free power. Then we're going to activate our superheroes in whatever order we like by flipping their activation token and taking 3 actions with them. I'm going to start with Rogue because something else she gets from Knockout Punch, besides lowering the toughness and making zombies easier to kill, is that she gets a free open door action. We are right in front of a room with one of the objectives we're looking for, so I figure it makes sense for her to open the door. We could, by the way, run to the right and try to smash that window, but it's very dangerous in the game to end your turn on or even adjacent to an activation point, because some of the spawn cards that will bring out zombies on these places will have them immediately activate. So you can lose the game in an instant, because you do lose if even one character is defeated in this version. Okay, so Rogue is going to open this door for free using her power. I guess they open it by smashing it. And the second that any room is opened for the first time, either through a window or a door, you're going to first draw a spawn card for each of these little spawn points. And then you're going to flip any bystander cards in there, and there'll be somebody you can try to rescue. So first here, we've got, 6 walkers, and we are using the color of the highest leveled character, which right now they're all in blue. But you can see later on it'll be 8, then 10, then 12. And over here, we've got 3 runners. Walkers and runners both only have 1 life, only take 1 hit to kill. But runners get 2 actions a turn, and each action will either move toward you or if they're in your space, do a damage, so they're a lot more dangerous. All right, so there we go. And then we also see who the bystander is. And in this case, oh, never mind. Too late. Instead of spawning a bystander, draw a spawn card for this zone. Wow, this room is just full of goodies. What have we got here? 4 more walkers. So yeah, we got quite a few friends to deal with. Remember, that was a free action for rogues. And what the hey, she's a melee character. Let's have her just go in and punch a bit. So it's 1 action to move, and sometimes it's kind of hard to see where zones are if you're not used to Zombicide. So walls define zones, but also any orthogonally running lines like this divide it. So this big room has 1, 2, 3 zones in it, and then up here that divides a zone, and that divides a zone. So that's 1 zone, that's 1 zone, that's 1 zone, etc. So after moving, she has 2 actions left. What are the main actions in the game? Moving, you already saw. And opening a door or window, you saw. Next, you can gain a trait. These are helpful cards you can use during your turn or at other times to re-roll dice or gain extra movement or gain a big attack bonus or that kind of thing. You can only do that action once per turn. They go into one of these 2 slots. You can only hold 2 at a time. Although just like the bystander deck, there are some negative cards in here that'll just spawn a zombie on you. You can also take a power-up action. Remember, you're gaining 1 power for free every turn, but a power-up action gives you 2 more power. And then you can also use an action to rescue a bystander in your space, to pick up an objective in your space, or to attack. And attacking is really what we want to do here with these 6 zombies hanging out with us. So Rogue would roll 2 dice, and before each attack, you can spend as much power as you want to roll extra dice, and she's hitting on 3+. So I could gain power and then take an attack action and spend it, but either way, it ends up being 2 extra dice. So let's just have her do a regular attack twice. Although, sure, she can use power for one of them. So we'll do a 3 dice attack and then a 2 dice attack. And here are our dice, pretty normal, except the 1 is replaced with a bite. That really matters in the zombie mode if you're playing with the other release for the game, because biting plays into the hunger mechanic, where the zombies is kind of like a push your luck thing. They get stronger as they wait to eat more. That's what I say, 2 + 1. And we're looking for 3s. That sucked. So we only kill 1 zombie. And then for her second attack, her third action, there we go, 2 more. So she defeated 3 zombies total, so she's 4 away from yellow. And yeah, when you do hits, you just assign them to targets in the zone you targeted. There is a targeting priority if there are multiple types of zombies there. Mainly the bigger zombies will block for the smaller zombies, and runners are the last ones you can target out of everybody. All right, so that's it for Rogue's action. And let's go to have Colossus come in next, because he's also melee. And then Magneto and Storm, who have range attacks, can do cleanup. Okay, so Colossus will come in for 1. And his only ability right now is that he can ignore 1 wound per turn. He's got the exact same stats as Rogue, so yeah, we're just going to try the same thing. Although if he kills 2 zombies with the first attack, maybe... Well, let's have him spend 1 power, see if he gets lucky with the first attack. Yeah, because if he can get 3 hits... Oh, man, almost. So 1 guy's left, and Colossus gains 2... And yeah, I think instead of Colossus attacking the last guy, because he can just tank his attack if we leave him alive, I'm going to have him go ahead and get a trait card. Well, we get Power Up. Discard during your turn to perform 1 free Power Up action. So I basically traded the action I could have taken right now for a Power Up action whenever I need one. Okay, that's it for Colossus. All right, next let's do Magneto. And I'm just going to have everybody come in here and stick together for now. We can split up to get objectives later, but this room is just so full. So Magneto's blue power is at once during his turn, and this does not cost an action. He can spend 1 power to eliminate a walker or a runner, or 2 power to eliminate a brute, and this is within range 1. Brutes are the stronger ones that take 2 hits to defeat. So I don't have to do that yet, but I could use that to finish off the walker that's in our space. Now he's got 3 dice attacking, but he only hits on 4+, so not quite as good as Colossus or Rogue once he starts powering up. Now I'm going to have him take his second action to blast these dudes. Just hurl some metal from, I don't know, the fireplace at them. Oh no, they're next to the elevator, which by the way is not used in this scenario. That's why I didn't put any doors on it. They say you can't enter it. I'm looking for 4 pluses this time. Only 1. And yeah, he'll take another action. This is his final one, and got, Jesus, 1 more. We're not rolling too great. So that gets him to 2. And yeah, what the heck? He'll go and use his crush ability on the zombie in their space. Go to 3. By the way, why do zombies in your space matter? Besides attacking when you take a move action, you have to spend 1 extra action per enemy in your space. So it becomes very tough to leave spots if zombies are covering you. Okay, and last we have Storm. She has the exact same attack probabilities as Colossus and Rogue, rolling all 2 dice instead of 3, but hitting more often. So really, in a way, Magneto is my worst attacker, especially once you start adding more dice. And her blue ability is great. Once during your turn, you may spend 1 power and select a zone within range 1. Move all enemies in that zone into a zone adjacent to it. So you can just blow people away. Pretty awesome. But I don't see much need for that one right now. She's going to come in for 1, attack for 2, and probably get a trait card for 3. We can let the runners come to us. Although there are cards that will activate them a second time in the round. We're hoping we're not going to draw any of those. Okay, so her regular 2. Nice! 2 hits, kills both the zombies there. So now they're all slightly close to leveling up. And when we pick up an objective, if it's one of the blue or green ones, we're all going to gain 5 experience. And if it's not, only the character who picked it up is going to get 5 experience. Which unfortunately I think means whoever picks up the objective are going to be in the yellow and make the spawns tougher. All right, and she's getting a trait for her last action, which is a little dangerous, by the way, because sometimes they spawn. But no, resourceful. Discard before attacking to gain +1 range. So she could do a lightning bolt at 2 range. Okay. So that's all of our heroes done. Now we activate enemies and then spawn enemies. And runners will take 2 actions, and they will first move towards the closest things that they can see. If they can't see anything, they'll just move towards the closest stuff they can reach. And then if they have actions left, they will attack. So here they're just going 1, 2, so they're hanging out. But again, I hope to God that we don't get a spawn that activates all of them. And now we're going to draw a spawn card for each spawn point that's active, just the 2 red ones at the top. And we always start with the one with the number 1 and then go clockwise around the table. So here we've got 2 brutes. They only get 1 action, so they're not very fast, but they do take 2 hits to defeat, and they block for other zombies in their space. And they're these pretty little half-tank dudes. Very fun. Okay, and then over there... Yeah, so this is super lucky, and I guess I didn't need to worry about this, because look, at yellow, orange, and red, all runners would have activated again. That would have been 6 wounds to distribute around here. I guess Colossus could have blocked 1. We could have given 1 to each person, and 1 person would have been left with 1 wound. But at blue level, nobody extra activates, so they're nice to you until the zombies start getting tougher. So that's it. We go again, and yeah, we didn't spawn anybody over there. That was pretty lucky. So we go to another round, +1 power for everybody. And they're all ready to activate. So what do I want to do here? I've got 3 runners on our space. We definitely need to kill them. The 2 brutes behind us, I think we can ignore for now. Rogue would have a much easier time defeating them because her ability would mean they only take 1 hit each instead of 2. But it would take 2 of her actions just to get back there. So that seems like kind of a waste. All right, let's have Storm start out, I think. And I'll go and have her do... I don't really need her gust right now. I'll go ahead and have her do a 4 dice attack, needing 3s. Against the 3 runners in our space. There we go. Total destruction. And that gets her to 5. And then with her second and third action, I think I'm going to have her go to the objective, but not pick it up yet. Because as I said, there is literally no way that won't level us up into yellow, which would then mean that every door we open after her turn and the spawns at the end of this round are all going to be in the yellow zone instead of blue. So let's get some of these doors open with weaker zombies than normal, and then we can level up. So with that in mind, let's have Rogue and her door opening self go next. And do I want to have her open the left or down? Now, I do have to worry about windows, because here's how enemies work. If they have line of sight, and line of sight rules are kind of confusing. I'm not going to explain them all here. But if they have line of sight, they go toward the nearest person they have line of sight to. Otherwise, they act as though every window were open, and they find the quickest path to the nearest hero. And then if they need to go through a window, so let's say like Rogue was here, they don't have line of sight to anybody, and it is faster for them to go in here instead of to go over there and through the door. Then they'll break through the window. It takes the action of everybody in the space, so it's not like one brute breaks the window and the other one goes in. They would both waste their turn breaking the window. But yeah, it is something to be worried about. But that being the case, let's go ahead and do it anyway. So she'll break the door for free. This is Rogue. And we are spawning... 2 walkers, and they immediately activate. Which is not too big of a deal. They go here, and they immediately come in. That was their 1 action. They don't have another action left to bite, because they're not runners. Okay, now Rogue has her 3 actions, because that was a free open door action. I guess she might as well punch, because it would take all 3 actions just to move out of a space with 2 enemies. And let's make it 3 dice. On average, that should be enough to kill both of them. Here we go. And yep, got him. Which gets Rogue to 5 experience. Now, do I want to run in here? Again, it would have them breaking the window. But I kind of want them to come to Rogue, because she's the one who can kill them really easily with her Mighty Punches skill. And if she goes in here and opens it, we'll still get a spawn here with blue level instead of yellow. And then probably Magneto or Colossus can come in and help her. So sure. So second action, come in here. Hi, boys. You can see me through the window. And third action, this one she does have to pay for. She's going to open the door and spawn here. What have we got? Oh, no runners. Okay, 2 of them, but Magneto can kill one automatically with his crushing power. All right, so that was it for Rogue. Oh, that's right. I got to see what the bystander is. This time it is an actual person, so it's Kazar. So how bystanders work, if you are on their space, you can spend an action and recruit them. They go onto your little bystander spot here. You can only hold one at a time, and they give you a bonus. What's he do? Once during each enemy phase, if enemies move into your zone, you may spend 1 power to perform 1 melee attack. Woo! That's great for Rogue. She definitely wants to be friends with him. Also, when you rescue a bystander with an action, you get your power raised up fully, but if you let them get eaten by the zombies, because zombies will go after them as well as you, or if they're on your board and you use them as a meat shield and let them take 1 wound, which you can choose to do, every hero loses 1 power and loses 1 trait card if they have one, so they don't encourage you to kill these people off. And they do include miniatures for each of the bystanders, so I'll put this on the board. By the way, Kazar has this little fist icon. That means he's a combat bystander. So if somebody tries to wound him, he rolls a die for each wound he would take. So like if both these guys were attacking him, he rolled 2 dice. And if he gets a 5+, he ignores the wound, although 1 wound will kill him. So if both of them attacked, he would need to roll 2 5s on dice. Pretty hard to do. Additionally, they will activate after all the enemies activate if no one's in their space and no one's in the space they want to move to. And they'll run towards the closest hero to try to get you to rescue them. All right, that's it for Rogue. Magneto, come and help. Okay, and he's got a power for a crush, but let's see if he gets lucky first. So he'll move in. You know the power of magnetism, and then he'll attack for his second action. Remember, he gets 3 dice, but only hits on 4. That was supposed to be plus. Let's have him attack again. Third action. Why not? Hey, there we go. They're both dead. And that means he does not have to spend a power for crushing. And the window's not open, which I think does prevent him from counting as having range 1 to these guys, even though clearly Magneto could use his powers through a window. We'll just ignore it. It's fine. And what do you get? 2. So he's almost to yellow as well. Okay, and finally we got Colossus. I'm thinking he and Storm might want to split up and get the other objective, because there's 2 objectives on the left, 2 on the right. So let's have him get a trait card first, because he'll go 1, 2 moves and then get a trait card. I still don't want to pick up the objective yet. And I want to do it as the first action in case it spawns a zombie on him, so we're not like getting attacked stupidly. Although actually, he doesn't care, because he can block a wound. So you know what? He is going to move twice and then take the trait card. What have we got? True Grit. Discard when enemies move into your zone. Perform 1 free attack action targeting your zone. Very nice. I like these cards. All right, so going to activating. Only the brutes are going. And they don't have line of sight, because they can only look along orthogonal lines. So they instead act as though every window is open and go towards the nearest thing they can reach. So they both spend their action crashing the window open. And now we got line of sight. We can move. It's a whole thing. Okay, they're respawning again at the red one. 2 runners. Oh, with the window broken, this is going to be a lot of fun, isn't it? And over there, just 2 walkers. Easy. But you can see what a good idea it was to wait to pick up the objective, because, man, these people would have been having a lot of fun. Oh, and Kazar moves nicely right onto the objective space. Oh, and actually, you know what I just realized? I think I'm doing this right. So technically, there's a window here. So Kazar would have also been 1 space away from the brutes. And whenever you have 2 equal directions, equal distances for them to go, they split as evenly as you can. So I think one of the brutes would have broken that window and the other one would have broken the other one. Now, it shouldn't really matter much in the grand scheme of things, because Kazar's already escaping from them. But yeah, they do have more entry points now. All right, so we're all getting 1 power. And what do I want to do this turn? I think we're definitely going to pick up a lot of objectives. So we're definitely going to get into yellow, so let's try to get as many people to yellow as possible. I don't need to worry too much about the brutes, but I do want to rescue Kazar. I do want to kill the runners. All right, well, let's start with Magneto. And before he moves, I'm going to use Crush on one of the runners, because he would have to spend both power to kill one of the brutes. And even though in targeting priority, brutes will protect any of the weaker zombies with them, this does not apply to abilities, so he can just crush that guy. And then action 1, action 2, I'm going to have him pick up the objective because I want Rogue to get Kazar. So this will be action 3, and it is just a red one, so only Magneto gets 5 experience. Remember, if it was the blue or the green, we would all get 5 experience, but we would also activate the extra spawn points. So I'm kind of hoping that none of these first ones are the worst objectives. We're really going to ratchet up how tough the mission is. So that immediately jumps Magneto to 10, and now he has +1 action. He gets to use that immediately, so he's got 1 more action for the turn. So let's just have him move back down one. Again, we don't have to get Kazar yet. Oh, in retrospect, I probably should have had like Rogue move first and open these doors, because then we wouldn't have gotten the harder spawns for it. In fact, yeah, let's say that we did that because it wouldn't have changed any of the things, whether I'd seen the correct objectives or not. So Rogue went first, one move, free, and then she's got 2 actions left. Oh, I guess actually, does she want to go? Yeah, that's to the bystander. Sorry, show what I'm looking at. There's a spawn point here. So which door do I want to open? Actually, let's open this one so that as the zombies chase us, it's a little bit slower. So that's free. Let's spawn. And we're doing this before Magneto's action, so we're not at level yellow yet. Oh, I guess it wouldn't have mattered. It's one brute either way. And he's guarding the objective. And who have we got here? It's Senator Kelly. Once during your turn, you may spend 1 power to select a zone within range 2. Activate all enemies in that zone, and they try to reach your zone by any means available. So you can kind of like pull them into your space to then beat them up. All right. And here's his pretty nondescript miniature. Okay, so that was 1 free, so she has 2 actions left. And I want to get Kazar, but do I want to let him come to me? Well, no, that wouldn't work because the runners would be coming in. So sure, let's go ahead and move in there, and for her last action, pick him up. And then Magneto would have got the objective, and leveled up everything. So she's got Kazar. Remember, that means that whenever, once during each enemy phase, if enemies move into her place, she can spend a power to get a free attack action. Like if the runners move in, as they're probably going to, she can just smack them right away. All right, so that's it for her. And Magneto got his 4th action. And yeah, another dumb Mike action. I should have had Storm open the door. I should have had everyone go first before Magneto grabbed that first one. I won't take this one back. I don't want to cheat too much. So for Storm's first action, she'll open the door. I'm going to have Colossus actually pick up the objective. So let's see what we got. Oh, it's a hidden bystander. Spawn a bystander, then draw another spawn card for the zone. Hidden bystanders and enemies ignore each other. Roll a die after each of its activations. On a 5, the bystander is no longer hidden. So they can like move towards us. The zombies won't even try to attack him. It is Callisto. When attacking, you may ignore target priority. That's pretty cool. All right, so we still have to draw another spawn here. And it's an extra activation for all brutes. Oh my gosh. So in a big room, you can see line of sight to orthogonally adjacent spots, but not diagonally for whatever reason. And also you can't see through doors unless you're in a zone that's next to the door. So he can see nobody right now, which means he's going to move toward the closest thing. I can pick when it's tied and they don't split up. So he's going to go here so that Magneto can save Senator Kelly if he actually wants to. I feel like regular Magneto would not give a crap, but who knows? Okay, and then for these brutes, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's what I thought. So they are going to split because they don't have line of sight to anybody, but they can reach people at the same distance, which is maybe good for us, maybe bad. I don't know. And second and third action, let's just go ahead and get Callisto, I guess, and these walkers can come in and play with Storm. So that's 2, 3. Oh, and I forgot for both Rogue and for Storm, since they got a bystander, they gain full power. And I would love for Storm, before her turn ends, to blow these zombies farther away, but she can't see them. The window's not open. Windows are very opaque in the X Mansion, I guess. All right, and Colossus. Let's find out what we got. Hey, lucky, lucky, lucky. We still don't have either of the extra spawn points activated, which means he goes up to yellow exactly, so we'll have 3 more actions this turn. Rogue needs 2 more, and Storm needs 2 more, so we got to get them leveled up soon. All right, so 3 more actions. Do I want to open a door and then have like no response if they activate immediately? I don't think I do. So let's go 1. Oh, wait, but Colossus already has 2 cards. So actually, he will go ahead and open a door for his third action. He has 1 action left, and we'll spawn somebody there. Who we got this time? 4 walkers. Lovely. So that was, 1 to pick up, 2 to come in, 3 to open the door. Let's go in. Let's go in, because the walkers are going to come on to him. And then he can use True Grit to do a free action, spend some of his power to hopefully kill almost all of them. That seems like a good idea, although I guess I do want Storm to kill them to level up, but she can kill those ones instead. All right, so that's the end of the turn. Let's get to activation. So these 4 guys clearly all say hi to Colossus. These 2 definitely want to break through the window because they don't have line of sight, and that takes their entire turn. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I'm using Colossus's power. So I discard this, and let's go ahead and boost it to 4 dice, try to kill most of them. And we're hitting on 3+. Nice! That leaves only 1 alive. And that gets us to 10. So he will be safe if we get one of the special objectives to still not push us into orange. We really don't want to go that high if we can help it. Okay, and then over in this neck of the woods, Brute's coming into Rogue's place, and then Runner's coming into Rogue. And Kazar's ability says, once during each enemy phase, if enemies move into your zone, you may spend 1. So I think she can wait until the second person moves in, and then get one big attack to hopefully kill them both. Yeah, so she'll let the brute move in, then she'll let the runner... Oh, that's right. So runners activate after everyone else is gone. So let's just get everyone. So this guy's going here to Magneto. I guess we'll double him up, and then Rogue can hopefully kill him. Okay, and then now the runner activates now that everyone's gone. Hello. And with Rogue's knockout punch, she doesn't care about the brute's extra life. So she just needs 2 hits to kill them. She's going to get a free power in a second. So let's go ahead and roll 4 dice. She should kill them both. Oh, wait, sorry. She needs to spend 1 more power to actually use the ability of Kazar. So that's 3 power spent. 4 dice needing 3s. God, that was terrible. Okay, no hits at all. Okay, now we get to some spawning. 3 walkers over here. That should be slow enough. We won't have to really worry about it. And then over... Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. They broke the window. That's why they're still there. Oh, gosh. 6 walkers and they immediately activate. That's a lot of walkers. Now, I'm pretty sure the immediate activation only applies to the ones that just spawn. But still, Storm's got some friends to hang out with. Hey, she didn't level up to yellow yet, so I guess that's good. Oh, and I forgot the bystander again. Senator Kelly, the closest path is there. And he will move there because there's no enemies in his space or the space he's moving to. So Magneto can still rescue him if he wants to. Okay, it's not too bad. We haven't taken a wound yet, despite some kind of questionable die rolling going on. Now, who do we want to go first? I think let's have Storm go. And first I'm going to spend a power to push all these good buddies into there. Hi. And then for a second action, I want her to level up. So let's weaken the Horde a bit and do a 3 dice attack against them. And okay, 3 hits. That was great. Now she's got 3 more actions because using Gust did not cost an action. So she'll attack the one on Colossus because I want him to move up and try to get that next objective. Nice. So that was 2 actions. Let's do 3. And then I think she'll get a new trait. Tactical. Discard during your turn and spend 1 power. Select one zone within range 2. All enemies in that zone activate and attempt to move toward your zone. I mean, that's kind of like Kelly's ability. I don't know if I like that. Okay, now let's jump over to... Let's actually stick with Colossus and just finish up the East team. So he's got 4 actions now. And Rogue cleared the way, so he's going to go 1, 2, just a bystander in here. Oh, and it's Mariko. When performing melee attacks, you may automatically eliminate 1 additional walker in your zone. That's fantastic for him. So wait, that was 1, 2, 3... I mean, I want to get both those things. I'm going to get her for his 4th action in case that's one of the objectives that activates another spawn point, because at this point, there's only 3 left, so it's a 2/3 chance that it is, or maybe more. I don't know how that all works. But yeah, so let's hope that the walkers don't get too close to us. He goes to full power. Looking great. Looking a little less great is our crew over here. So Rogue should be able to punch her way out of here if she doesn't roll as cruddy as she did before. Magneto can crush one for free, and then it's a pretty straight shot to the objective. Yeah, so let's start out with... a single powered-up attack from Rogue, rolling 3 dice. We just need 2 hits to kill these guys. There we go. Much better than last time. So it takes out the brute and the runner and gets her to yellow. Heck yes. Now she's got 3 actions left. So let's have her move, attack, so she'll still have 1 action left. And I actually don't want her to use her last power because I want to have it in case somebody charges into her space unexpectedly. Okay, we got 1 of them. And for her 4th action, I guess she'll get a trait. Oh, nice. Power up. Awesome. And you know what? I need to have more flexibility in my movement than the zombies do. I'm going to go ahead and break that door for free on her turn, too. All right, Magneto is last. I know what I'm doing with him. He's got 2 power, and he's about to rescue Senator Kelly, which will get him all his power back. So let's use the 2 power crush to kill the brute in their space by... And that is not an action. Then he'll go 1, 2... 3, again, not going to pick it up. We're slow playing a little. So actually, before we pick up Senator Kelly for his 3rd action, let's get a trait for the 3rd action in case it spawns a zombie. Nope, it's Agile. Discard when enemies enter your zone to move 1 zone, ignoring enemies. And now for our 4th action, we'll safely pick up Senator Kelly and get to 4 power automatically. Nice. Yeah, it's going about as smoothly as it could. What are our zombies doing? They don't have line of sight to anybody. Ooh, actually, I've got a good trick, because I believe you can just pick the order the zombies activate, even if it's to your benefit. The reason I say that is look at this. These zombies don't have line of sight to anyone, so they want to get to Colossus. So all 5 of them just clamber over each other to break that window. And then here's the benefit of doing those people first. Technically, you can see through as many exterior zones as you want and then into the first room of an interior zone. So suddenly they're like, what? I know there's a rogue really close, but I want to eat some Colossus. So they all just head over there, which is certainly way better for us. Okay, now our spawns. We've got 5 walkers over here. And then over here, we got 4 Texas Rangers. No, just kidding. That's a Ricky Bobby joke. 6 walk. Oh my God, it's 11 walkers. Now, these guys are really slow. I could just run away from them, but it is important to know that, like in a lot of Zombicide releases, if you have to spawn and there aren't any left, and there aren't that many of those walker miniatures left, I think it's like 8 or 9, then they get a free activation each time they would spawn, which can chain into some pretty bad damage. So we'll have to think about that. But for now, let's see what objectives we got. I think we might be creeping into orange territory here. Actually, no, wait. With that being the case, let's activate every hero who is not going to be picking up an objective first so that we can open some rooms before we potentially go into orange. Because, yeah, if we get the double blue-green, that's 10 extra experience for everybody, and we'll all be orange up. So let's go with Storm first. She's coming into here, so first action. And we've got a spawn here and a bystander here. Who's coming? Oh, crud. Zombie heroes. Instead of, what are they called? Abominations. You get a random hero from this set. There are 6 of them. Who have we got? Sile. Actually, she's one of the easier ones. This is pretty good. So she's got 3 health, and you got to do that all in one attack. And then superheroes within range 2 do not gain power at the start of the player phase. Luckily, that already happened. Okay, so hi. And here she is, just dragging her katana behind her on the ground. That's not how you treat a fine blade. And by the way, heroes activate twice, so she would move in and hit Storm. And when you defeat them, you gain as much experience as their toughness, so 3. And here we've got Striker. Once during your turn, you may spend 1 to select a zone within range 1. Move any bystander and superheroes from that zone into your zone, ignoring enemies. That's actually a really good ability. Everyone already has somebody, though, so we could just save him to get him away from the zombies and to gain the power-up, but I'm not sure if we would actually take him. All right, so I think Storm's going to get to blasting here with her other actions. So she's got 3 power right now. Callisto's not going to help her at all. So she could get to 5 dice hitting on 3+, which is right between 3 or 4 dice on average hitting. +1 range is not going to help. Moving zombies toward us is not going to help. I'm thinking maybe, even though it's kind of wasteful, maybe I take an action just to get another power and make sure she finishes Psylocke off. Yeah, okay, so second action, power up, even though we wasted 1 because you would get 2 power. Third action, attack. Let's see how this zombie likes some lightning. We need 3 hits. Yes, we got 5. Maybe we didn't need to power up or spend everything. So Psylocke is gone as quickly as she arrived, and we got to 12. Nice. And then I guess for her 4th action, she'll start heading towards the next objective. Okay, next is going to be Rogue before Magneto opens his treasure chest. So she'll go 1, free. So we have 3 actions left. We're spawning and putting a bystander. You always spawn first. And it's 3 runners. Okay. And who we got? Amanda Sefton. If enemies spawn within range 1, before any rush, you may spend 1 to move one zone and ignore enemies. That's a pretty good ability. Not as good as her automatic hit back when somebody moves into your space, I think, but not bad. And it does mean that's a whole bunch of power for her to get for free. So that was 1 action, free open. Let's just charge in 2. And what the hey? Let's power up to 4. And then for her 3rd action attack, how much does she need on average? You kill 3 guys. She would need 4 or 5 days. Let's keep 1 for Kazar's power and get her to roll in 5 dice. Come on, give me 3 hits. Okay, that'll do it. That gets her to 11. For her last action, she could open the door, because that is 2 spawns. I mean, they get to activate, but she's got Kazar's ability to at least hit some of them. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it. So let's open it as our 4th action, just to spawn these before we probably go into orange. Okay, what do we got here? Fridge. That's not what I wanted. Who is it? It's Iceman. Superheroes attacks suffer -1 to die results while within range 1 of him. So she would normally hit on 3s, then she'll hit on 4s, and he's got 3 life. Hey, mistakes were made, everybody. Mistakes were made. Okay, and then who's this? Abigail Brand. Once during your turn, you may spend 1 to automatically eliminate 1 walker or runner within range 1. That's a great ability. It's like Magneto's again. Oh, wait, sorry. We shouldn't see her first because first we got 2 runners. Okay. Well, I guess we can have Iceman go kill Abigail Brand instead of Rogue. That would be good. All right, well, enough delaying. Let's find out. I'm assuming, yep. Oh, that's right. There's 3 left. Yeah, so, okay, this is the green one. So everybody's going to get 5 experience. And we're going to draw a 3rd zombie card each turn. Let's see. It's 17, 15, And 16, so yeah, no matter what, with Colossus picking up his objective, we're going to be in orange. So actually, I kind of hope that it's well, no, I guess I don't want another spawn card, but I was going to say I sort of hope it's the blue one so that we all get to orange. Magneto has 3 actions left. There are windows down here. We could, I don't want to go through the spawn zone, though. Yeah, I guess we never needed to open that door, did we? We could have just gone through the windows, and that probably would have been smarter and safer, Mike. Too late. So we'll go 1, 2. Yeah, he'll just join her, I think. And sadly, his crush ability cannot do anything to hurt Iceman. All right, then Colossus and Mariko. First action. Oh, it's not the blue. Okay. Only Colossus is in orange, which is Fastball Special. Once during your turn, you may spend 1 power to move 1 other superhero in your zone up to 2 zones, ignoring enemies, and then they can spend 1 power to perform 1 free attack. Friggin' great. And yeah, I guess how many zombies are currently near us? None. So 1, 2, 3. He's going to go join Storm, who feels great about murdering Psylocke again. And that'll be that. Oh, wait a second. No, it isn't. Ha ha ha. Fastball Special. Let's go ahead and use it to get Storm onto our last objective space, because it's just going to save her in action later. Heck yeah. And now that we know about the windows existing, we can ignore this whole log thing and just head down. All right, so activation. Let's do the most important thing. And again, I don't think there's any order to this. I'm going to have Iceman go, and he has some delicious targets in range. And I can pick whether he goes to us, or do I actually want him to go to us? What's this agile thing do? Discard when enemies enter your zone. Immediately move 1 zone, ignoring... Oh, so only Magneto could move himself. I was going to say if he could have moved himself and Rogue and Amanda, they could have all run away, and then we would have lost anybody. But now I'm just going to let Iceman kill Abigail Brand. That was, by the way, both actions. 1 to move, 1 to attack. And like I said earlier, we lose a power whenever one of these people is defeated, and we have to each get rid of one of these. Let's get rid of the one that pulls enemies towards her. And Magneto's agile. Oh, well. Okay, and the runners. Can't see anybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Oh, no. They're not closer to them because they'd have to run outside. Those doors aren't open. So, yeah, they're going to head 1, 2. And here, really, we can just kind of ignore Iceman and get the heck out of here, right? I think we might be able to win if we can deal with stuff well enough. But let's not forget about the walkers. What's going to be the fastest way? It's got to be down here for them, right? Yeah, I just counted it out, and they would all go that way. And these guys would split. So, I don't know, let's send 2 and 1. And these guys definitely smell Colossus. Whoa, horde. Okay, now we got 3 spawn cards. This one's 7 walkers, and they immediately activate. Great. Yeah, and there were more left than I thought, so we probably still have 1 good walker spawn left in us. And yeah, they're all going to join. Oh my god, these guys, hi. And over here is a Brute Rush, which means they also immediately activate. And now by far the most important one, because we might be able to win this turn if this is not too bad. Why is it a zombie hero? Okay, maybe it'll be an easy... God frickin'... Oh my gosh, it's the Juggernaut. And yeah, he's got 6 toughness since we're in orange. Although it's still only 2 actions to leave his space. We just need to end our turn on the exit, and then if there's no enemies there, we can leave. So I think we can win this turn, maybe. Or at least get really close to winning. Because crud, Colossus is far away, y'all. He's really far. Let's see, if Storm breaks the window, 1 to pick up the thing, 2 to break the window, 3, 4. Gosh darn it. But all these people can't come out through the front door if we go out through the windows. So I think maybe our best bet is to try to kill Juggernaut. But how can we do that? All right, well, anyway, let's get our 1 power and think about it. Rogue, if she powers up a bunch and then attacks, she knocks his toughness down to 5 with her knockout punch. But even 6 dice needing to get to 5 without any rerolls or anything is an iffy kind of thing. We know whatever. Okay, she's gonna get Amanda, not to take her, but just to rescue her to get her power all the way up. So that's 1 action. Then she's gonna break the window for free. I'm not 100% sure if she can do that because her ability says she gets 1 free open door action per turn, but open door and open window is the same action. So wait, that was 1, 2, 3 punch with max power spent, and we'll see how it goes. So because she's lowering his toughness by 1, she needs 5 hits. Freaking Juggernaut, man. What is up with this guy? That's not it, is it? Nope, we missed by 1. Darn it. All right, it's fine. We'll survive. Oh, man, you know what? This is such a smarter move. Hey, we're going to do this now. We're going to, once per turn, use 1 power to select 1 zone within range 2 and activate all enemies in that zone. And then if you try to reach your zone by any means necessary, he gets 2 actions. So, hey, Juggernaut. And then action 2, 3, 4. Oh, I guess he'll just move right back onto us, but at least he won't be hitting Rogue twice. And then who knows what's coming out of here. Oh, and wait, he should... wait, hold on. I'm not doing that yet. Rewind, because I've just remembered that he gets flight, and he'll level up to orange in a second. So yeah, let's let Storm go first. So she's going to pick up this, and yep, it's the blue one. We knew that. It's activating the new spawn point. That gets her to orange. Now she can use Chain Lightning once per turn. When after attacking with a Lightning Bolt, you can perform one free Lightning Bolt attack using the same number of dice. So if she boosts like her power to a crazy amount, she can get 2 awesome attacks. That sounds great. So let's use a second action to pick up William Stryker just to get another PowerPoint boost. Oh, wait. No. I'm going to replace Callisto with Stryker. I forgot he can move heroes. Maybe we can get almost everyone out. Because, she's going to use him to move Colossus into her spot. And then she's got 2 actions left, so she'll break the window and move out right next to the new spawn point. As long as we don't get jumped by zombies activating immediately, which definitely could happen, hopefully she can use Gus to save us or do something. We'll see. Okay, now back to Magneto and his fun plan. So we're going to use Senator Kelly to have Juggernaut move on to us. Then we're going to use 2 actions to move off of Juggernaut, another action to move on to Rogue, and then we're going to spend this to perform Magnetic Flight. You may spend 1 to perform a free move action, moving any bystanders or super zeros in your zone with you, ignoring enemies. So we will both end up on the exit, but he's not going to run away yet because we're not all there, and I might need him to help kill enemies. And Colossus is left, and let's block first Storm in case we get automatic activations going on here. So he'll do as his second action, he'll get Guardian. Oh, wait, hold on. That's right. He can just throw Storm, can't he? So he can still do this. That's 2. But then for 1, he'll do a fastball special and hurl her right to there. And then 3, 4. Okay, so they are all on the exit, but they can only exit when it's their turn. So we're going to say none of them leave this turn, and that way, even if we get some crazy automatic activation horde thing going on, we can split the damage and hopefully survive. All right, let's zoom out a bit for activations and spawns. So Iceman and the runners can only go through this door because they don't know how to use doors. Juggernaut gets within one of us on this green space here. Oh my gosh, all these zombies. They're all going to go there. And I think these guys are going like that because, again, we never opened those doors. Meanwhile, these friends are all going there. And now a big one, especially for automatic activations. So first, the red spot, a zombie hero. We don't even care. They're never going to get close to us. But who is it? It's Dark Phoenix, and she's melting the pool water with her unearthly fire. Okay, red over there is, oh God. Oh no, we don't have enough walkers, do we? Probably for 8. Actually, we do, and there's 1 left, so they'll go right into there as they activate. Okay, now most important ones here. 3 runners, but they don't activate yet. That's fine. Okay, 1 more bullet to dodge. Hidden bystander, we don't care. Okay, brute rush, and they immediately activate. So 4 brutes charge in, but they don't hurt us. And yeah, we don't have to resolve the fight, because Storm can just gust them all out, and then we can all end our turn there. Yay, we made it with 0 wounds. That's crazy. I mean, we got very lucky with what order the objectives came out, so that was certainly nice. But yeah, that was Marvel Zombies, X-Men Resistance, the hero mode in the game. What do I think about this one? I think it's a ton of fun. I gotta say, this mode is missing equipment. That's one of the key things in Zombicide, searching for guns and all that kind of stuff. But I love the powers on the heroes. They are really unique, much more unique. Now, I've not played every version of Zombicide, so if there's some that does something like this, but I find these way more unique and thematic than the regular things you have. Hey, +1 melee action or +1 die when you do melee actions, like fastball special, chain lightning, gusting, crushing people and flying people around, Rogue being able to steal other people's powers. I guess she just makes out with them real quick and uses them. These are just a ton of fun. They make the heroes feel more unique, feel more special. And even though they aren't as cool as equipment, these quick little trait cards that can give you bonuses and mitigation and such, getting these bystanders to help you out, it still gives you a little bit of customization. Now, I will be honest, with only 6 characters in the game, so you're going to be using them quite a lot. They certainly want you to go and buy more stuff. If you buy the other main core set, the Marvel Zombies core set, you get 6 more heroes that are both the opponents. So you kind of, if you buy both sets, you get double. You get 12 zombie heroes and 12 regular heroes, but that's $120 minimum to get the other set. So yeah, it is quite a big ask. You are going to be a little bit limited in who you can play as. The other characters are Wolverine, who I'm sad to say is a little bit nerfed and weak compared to what I would like. His last ability, his red ability, is kind of crud. Although his blue ability is pretty awesome. If he only has 1 life, he hits on 2s, which is a pretty darn good ability. And he's rolling base 3 dice for his attacks. So if you can toe that line and keep somebody with Colossus with him to block for him, then he can really rip some people apart. But yeah, I love the heroes. I like the new trait and bystander mechanic. I think all of that is great. The actual enemies are fun. You have your regular things here. I know some rules are different, like targeting priority and stuff isn't in every version of Zombicide. The biggest difference is that instead of abominations, you have the superheroes, and you saw that they can be incredibly tanky. Like I did a huge attack on Juggernaut and missed, or they can go down like chumps, like Psylocke went down immediately. So that's certainly going to lead to a lot of dice luck, but there are several things like here, focused, that would let you add +1 to all your die results. So I would have been hitting Juggernaut on 2 pluses instead of 3 pluses. Or there's like another one that gives you a reroll. There's another one that gives you, I don't know where any of these are, gives you +3 dice when you attack for 1 power thing. So there are mitigating ways to kind of overcome the dice luck, especially when it comes to fighting the heroes. But, they aren't going to be as exciting as abominations in some of the other Zombicide games because you can sort of just punch them right away and defeat them. You are superheroes, but I like that. It reminds me a bit of the focused fire in Invader and some of the other versions where like even regular weapons, if you get lucky, can defeat the big creatures. I sort of like that over having to search for a Molotov cocktail or whatever. And all the scenarios I've played so far are fun. Now, you did see you can kind of game the system sometimes. Like, I probably should never have opened this at all and should have just gone out to the window. And that would have allowed me to avoid an entire 2 spawn. Also, like, waiting to spawn before you get objectives. There is, of course, huge swinginess in some of the scenarios. Like, if my first 2 objectives had been green and blue and I had been getting 2 extra spawns every round, would have been a totally different game. We almost certainly would have lost. So, you have to go in with the mindset that this is a beer and pretzel game. I don't think the Marvel Zombies formula changes that from regular Zombicide. But yes, I've had a lot of fun with this one. My kids are enjoying it too. Definitely a great game. Just be aware, like I said, that if you want to get a ton of heroes to mix and match with, you're going to have to put up the money. You're going to have to spend a whole bunch. And yeah, I'm deciding if I want to buy the Marvel Zombie set for myself, since they just sent me X-Men Resistance. We shall see. But hope you enjoyed that one. Let me know if I got any major rules wrong or who your favorite Marvel character is or whatever. And at the end of many of our videos, I'd like to thank our biggest Patreon supporters, the ones who do the most to keep the channel going. They are J. Willie MF, Steve Wren, and Pedro Lucas. Thank you all so much. And everybody else, good gaming, and we'll see you at the next stop.